Hi there, this is Ruben and this is Ship Stories number 43. So, the tunnel. Last week it was announced that in Norway they are finally going to build the Stadhaven tunnel on the Stad Peninsula to not have to navigate the very treacherous Stadhaven Sea, which has 100 days of stormy weather a year. The tides are horrible and so many ships have been lost on that route. And so what they're going to do, they're going to cut through the Stad Peninsula and build a ship tunnel. Yes, so staying in line with my Suez Canal, Panama Canal, the Dutch locks, the Stadhaven tunnel is going to be a 1 mile long, about 1,700 meters long, 26.5 meters wide and 37 meters high, and then 12 meters deep or draft for ships to pass. So smaller size cruise ships can pass, and of course the famous Hurtigruten ferry cruise ships that go all the way up the Norwegian coast. And this is a plan that has been there for actually hundreds of years or many years. And the Norwegians are building a coastal highway. So by adding tunnels, making bridges, and in that way they want to reduce the travel time. The Norwegian west coast, and I've been there many times, is beautiful, it's gorgeous. But the funny thing is, when you speak to Norwegians that live there and you ask them, so how far is the trip? They will never answer in kilometers or miles or in hours. They'll say, it's about 1, 2 or 3 ferry crossings. The ferry crossings are the most time-consuming part of the trip. So when you know about how many ferry crossings you have, you know the distance and the time you need to travel. Not the distance, the time you need to travel. So with that said, it's a very interesting development. They're going to start building it, and if there's a country where they have experience with tunnel building, it's Norway. So it will reduce that treacherous passing along the Stadhaven Sea, which is actually going right out into the open Atlantic, basically. You can stay within the fjords, and instead of 2 hours on a risky tidal type of sea, you go under the tunnel and it's 12 minutes. Isn't that fantastic? Talking about fantastic news, 2 events I want to highlight. On the 19th of May, 7:30 p.m., the KNVTS, where I'm a member from, and I will be the host, is hosting a webinar about approval of large composite ship elements and structures in composite, and no less than Laurent Morel, who has a vast experience in this field from Infracore, is going to explain to us how they are building large structures or even whole ships made out of composite. Then, the week after, the 27th of May, from 3 till 5 in the afternoon, the webinar, or workshop better said, and networking event for LinkedIn for ferry shipping professionals will take place with no less than Mike Louagie, who is a professional photographer, and Jenny Björklof, who is a pro in LinkedIn, is going to explain to our ferry shipping professionals how to network and work with LinkedIn. So 27th of May, don't forget, and the KNVTS composite shipbuilding on the 19th of May. So stay positive, light at the end of the tunnel, and see you next week. Bye bye.